Political battle in Lansing is moving from the Capitol building to the courthouse now. The Republican-led legislature has sued Governor Whitmer, challenging her power to declare emergency orders. News 8 political reporter Rick Albin spoke with House and Senate leadership today. He joins us now to break this all down. Rick.
Well, Susan, the Speaker of the House, Lee Chatfield, and the Senate Majority Leader, Mike Shirkey, contend that the governor cannot unilaterally, on her own, without legislative approval, continue with the state of emergency. They also contend that she can no longer keep putting out executive orders under that state of emergency without legislative approval. And so they've gone to court to get clarification of what both branches can do. But filing of this lawsuit may actually highlight a larger problem between the two entities, and that is a lack of trust and a deteriorating relationship at a time when the two sides are going to have to get together to figure out how to fix a $3 billion shortfall in the state's budget, and they're going to have to do that soon. I asked both Shirkey and Chatfield about their relationship with the governor. Budget, and I just wonder about the state of the relationship between the individuals here, because a lawsuit is not generally a way people deal with good relationships.
You know, Rick, I think going to court was avoidable had we just all been at the same table and negotiated together like we've done in times past. Now, I've had a fine relationship with the governor since the beginning of this term, the same way I've had a fine relationship with the Senate Majority Leader. And I think it's incumbent on us as leaders to be at the table despite disagreements on one issue. And I'm not going to let disagreement on one issue stop me from working with the governor on another issue. It's important that we don't take these things personally in our positions.
Well, I'll stipulate, Rick, that a lawsuit does have a muting effect on a relationship, but I also will put as evidence that we've navigated a lot of complex issues in the last year and a half, and there's no reason why we can't do it going forward.
Now, the Senate Democratic leader Jim Ananich released a statement saying, in part, quote, "Let us be abundantly clear. This lawsuit is driven solely by legislative Republicans and has no support from the Senate Democratic caucus. We are appalled that those across the aisle are choosing a global pandemic as a time to pick political fights with the governor." So both sides from the Senate and the House have asked their legal teams to ask the court to expedite this matter, but we really don't know what that means, how quickly this all could be resolved, and we certainly don't know what it will look like when it is resolved. And the one other thing we don't know is, no matter what the outcome, what impact will these actions have as the legislative and executive will be forced to negotiate together when it comes to fixing that budget hole. And again, we keep talking about $3 billion, but it's not $3 billion out of $60 billion. It's probably $3 billion out of between 10 and 12 in the general fund, if that's what the final dollar is. And that could be a big hole to plug. There'll be a whole lot more ask than there will be dollars to go around. Live from home, Rick Albin, News 8.